The next topic of group 15, what we are going to start today, that is the oxoacids of nitrogen. Nitrogen forms many oxoacids, but the most common amongst all, जितने भी वो बनाता है, hyponitrous acid बनाता है, peroxonitrous acid बनाता है, बहुत सारे बनाता है, but the most common are only two, one which is nitrous acid, HNO2, and the other one which is nitric acid, HNO3, right? So let's go on to the first acid, HNO2, which is known as nitrous acid. ये जो nitrous acid होती है, that is prepared by reacting, if you are doing the preparation of nitrous acid, this can be prepared by reacting sodium nitrite with H2SO4 to give us sodium sulfate plus nitrous acid, HNO2. ठीक है? Another method of preparation is by reacting KNO2 with HCl to give KCl plus HNO2. It can also be prepared by reacting barium nitrate with H2SO4 when we get a white precipitate of barium sulfate. This is a white precipitate of barium sulfate and we get HNO2. Barium nitrate नहीं लेना, barium nitrite लेना है, ठीक है? And this is going to give us 2HNO2. So these are the methods of preparation. अब यहाँ पे जो ये barium sulfate है, that is going to form a precipitate. So this is going to be insoluble and this can be filtered off easily. So the third method, that is one of the best methods to prepare nitrous acid. Okay. When we are looking at the properties, it is seen that aqueous solution of HNO2, that is going to be pale blue in color. The color of aqueous solution of nitrous acid, that is pale blue in color. This is because of the presence of nitrogen trioxide. Because nitrogen trioxide is present in it, as a result of which it gives a pale blue color. Then second, when we are talking of HNO2 as an acid, it is seen that HNO2, that is going to be a weak acid with respect to HNO3, which is a strong acid. So when it is reacting with bases like sodium hydroxide, it is going to give us the neutralization reaction NaNO2 plus water. ठीक है? So these are the properties. Uses जब हम इसकी करते हैं, it is used in organic chemistry in the preparation of diazo compounds. In the preparation of diazo compounds. ठीक है? Secondly, in analytical chemistry, it is used as both oxidizing and reducing agents. So, in analytical chemistry, it is used as both oxidizing and reducing agents. It is going to be used as both oxidizing and reducing agents. So this is the first acid. Let's go on to the second one, HNO3, which is a more important and most widely used acid with respect to HNO2. So the second acid which we are using over here, that is nitric acid. It was named as Aqua Fortis. This was the name which was given to HNO3, which means what? Aqua Fortis means strong water. is known as strong water. Now when we are talking of preparation of nitric acid, it can be prepared by mixing or reacting potassium nitrite with H2SO4. So this is going to give us HNO3, which is nitric acid. Now this nitric acid, which is manufactured or which is prepared over here, that is condensed in a glass receiver. So this is going to be, this is in the vapor form, it is going to be condensed first, and after condensing it may contain oxides of nitrogen. It may contain oxides of nitrogen and as impurity, and these can be removed. The oxides of nitrogen, they can be removed by again doing the distillation of HNO3, or it is removed by doing the distillation, redistillation, to remove the oxides as impurities, or a current of carbon dioxide is blown, or a current of carbon dioxide that is going to be blown through it. ठीक है? Now warm करते हैं acid को, फिर carbon dioxide blow करते हैं, and the oxides of nitrogen, they can be easily removed. The manufacture of nitric acid, that is done by Ostwald's process. Ostwald's process. Now in this case, it consists of 3 steps. In the first step, the preparation of nitric oxide is going to take place by oxidation of ammonia. So what are we doing over here? In the first step, oxidation of ammonia takes place, and the catalyst which we are using over here, that is platinum. The temperature that is maintained at 750 to 900 degrees Celsius. When we are going to get nitric oxide plus water. We are going to get nitric oxide plus water. ठीक है? In the second step, now this reaction we say that is highly exothermic. So delta H for this reaction, that is going to be negative. Because of the exothermic nature of this reaction, the heat of the reaction, it helps in maintaining the temperature. As you can see that the temperature in this is very very high, 750 से लेके 900 degree centigrade तक है temperature, which is quite high. तो ये जो डेल्टा H नेगेटिव है, जो हीट इसमें से इवॉल्व होती है, that helps in keeping the or maintaining the temperature. ठीक है? In the second step, we are going to do the oxidation of nitric oxide, which is prepared to give us nitrogen dioxide. ठीक है? और ये जो नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड यहाँ पे बनता है, that is in the final stages reacted with water, or it is hydrolyzed to give us nitric oxide. Now in the last step you can see over here that again we are producing NO as a byproduct, that is nitric oxide as a byproduct. This nitric oxide can be used over here in the second step, and we can get nitric acid again. Okay, so it can be reused, it can be volatile, and because of that it can again be recycled. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया? This is the manufacture. Now what do we understand by concentration of nitric acid? There are various, we can say, concentrations of nitric acid to which different names have been given. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जो ऊपर हमारे पास ये नाइट्रिक एसिड बनी है 2HNO3 in the Ostwald's process, that is only 50 to 60%. So the concentration of the nitric acid over here, that is only 50 to 60%. Okay, अब इसको अगर हमको 100% करना है तो what we have to do is that we have to do the distillation of this and form azeotrope. Azeotrope आपको पता है क्या होता है? Constant boiling mixture. तो constant boiling mixture में क्या होगा? We will get maximum quantity of nitric acid that can be distilled by the azeotropic mixture method. ठीक है? Now if क्या कहते हैं, when the azeotrope of HNO3 is formed by water, the azeotrope that is formed at a temperature of 121 degrees centigrade. So it is going to be this temperature at which the azeotropic mixture is going to be formed, and the amount of or the concentration of the acid which is obtained at this temperature is 68%. ठीक है? So 68% जब हमको मिल गई, उसके बाद हम क्या करते हैं, इसको further distillation इसकी करेंगे, the ordinary distillation which we do, and by doing the ordinary distillation we obtain 98% of the acid. Right? So what have we done? First we have prepared it by Ostwald's process. वहाँ पे हमको 50 to 60% मिलता है, फिर उसका हमने azeotropic mixture बनाना है 121 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे, जहाँ पे हमको 68% मिल रहा है, फिर उसकी हम distillation करते हैं to give us the purest form of or the most concentrated form of HNO3 which is 98%. ठीक है? Then we come across a term which is known as fuming nitric acid. Fuming nitric acid क्या होता है? Fuming nitric acid में there are impurities of nitrogen dioxide. Fuming nitric acid has impurities of nitrogen dioxide, right? Now this nitrogen dioxide is brown in color, as a result of which we see brown vapors of nitrogen dioxide on the surface of nitric acid. That is why it is known as fuming nitric acid. ठीक है? Then let's go on to the physical properties of nitric acid. When we are doing the physical properties of nitric acid, it is seen that anhydrous nitric acid, that is a colorless fuming liquid. Colorless fuming liquid having a pungent smell. Having a pungent smell, right? Now concentrated nitric acid, the concentrated nitric acid that is going to be pale yellow in color. It is pale yellow in color, and this pale yellow color of nitric acid is due to the impurities of nitrogen dioxide which is going to be present. ठीक है? And we have already seen that 68% of HNO3 that forms an azeotropic mixture at 121 degree centigrade. ठीक है? So now over here when we are doing the chemical properties, these are some important reactions which we have. The chemical properties, number one, it is said that HNO3 is a very strong mineral acid. It is a very strong mineral acid. So with all the bases it is going to give the neutralization reaction, and also with bases like calcium oxide, it reacts to give the neutralization reaction to give us calcium nitrate plus water. Calcium nitrate plus water. Similarly, if we are taking another weak base, we are taking sodium carbonate over here. Over here also, if this is being reacted with HNO3, this is going to give us the neutralization reaction giving us sodium nitrate plus carbon dioxide plus water. In a similar manner, if we are reacting it with a strong base like NaOH, HNO3 to give us water. Okay? So it gives the neutralization reactions. Then very important property of nitric acid is that it acts as a strong oxidizing agent. It is going to behave as a strong oxidizing agent. So we are going to do the oxidation properties for metals and non-metals separately. Let's go on to the oxidation of non-metals. जब ऑक्सीडेशन हम नॉन मेटल्स की करते हैं, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर टेकिंग सल्फर दैट इज गोइंग टू बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, right? Sulfur is converted to sulfuric acid, plus we get nitrogen dioxide plus water, right? So let's balance this equation. This is what we get. How do we come to know that this is an oxidizing nature? If you're looking at the oxidation number of sulfur over here, the oxidation number is 0, ठीक है? और यहाँ पे जब सल्फर का आप कैलकुलेट करोगे तो 4 2 are 8 minus 2, that is going to be equal to plus 6. So 0 से plus 6 जा रहा है, increase in oxidation number, therefore oxidation of sulfur is taking place. ठीक है? So this is the oxidizing nature, that it helps to oxidize the non-metals. उसी तरह से कार्बन को जब हम HNO3 के साथ convert करते हैं, it will be converted into carbonic acid, H2CO3, and the rest is going to be same, that is nitrogen dioxide and water. Balance अगर आप equation को करोगे, we are going to get 4 over here and 4 over here. Okay, so this is how you can balance the equation. In a similar manner, phosphorus will be converted to phosphoric acid. So we have phosphorus plus phosphoric acid. So phosphoric acid, that is going to be H3PO4, right? So we have 2 H3PO4 plus, again the byproducts, they are going to be same, nitrogen dioxide and plus water. Okay, so all of the non-metals, they are going to be converted into their respective acids. If you're talking of iodine over here, iodine will be converted to iodic acid. Iodic acid is going to be HiO3. Okay, so all the non-metals, they are converted into their respective acids. The second what we have is oxidation of compounds. If we are doing the oxidation of compounds, like let's do the oxidation of sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide will be converted into sulfuric acid. So we have sulfur dioxide plus nitric acid to give us H2SO4 plus nitrogen dioxide. ठीक है? So this is how sulfur dioxide, again if you want to see whether it is an oxidizing property, the oxidation number of sulfur over here, that is equal to 4, और यहाँ पे oxidation number is equal to 6. So increase in oxidation number means oxidation is taking place. ठीक है? Similarly, H2S is converted into sulfur. So we have H2S, hydrogen sulfide. When this is reacted with HNO3, right? This is going to be converted into sulfur. So we have sulfur plus 2NO2 plus we have 2H2O. Again, the oxidation state of sulfur over here, that is going to be equal to what? -2, right? And the oxidation state of sulfur over here is 0. Again, increase in oxidation number, so it means oxidation is taking place. Then next we have action on metals. Before going on to oxidation of metals, we have very important reaction which is left in oxidation of compounds. That is the oxidation of ferrous sulfate solution. Now this reaction specifically, this is a test for nitrates, and this test is known as the brown ring test. This test is known as the brown ring test. Now over here, what it is seen is that whenever we are taking any nitrate, so if you're looking at the word reaction, we are taking any nitrate, okay, we are going to react it with freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. So we have freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution, and at the brink of the tube we start introducing H2SO4, sulfuric acid. So we have concentrated sulfuric acid. When all of these are added, it is seen that at the interface of these, if this is the test tube which we have taken, in which we have taken the nitrate, we have poured in it freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution, and after that we put concentrated H2SO4 very slowly through the brink. Now if this is the solution which we have, it is seen that there is going to be a brown ring which is formed at the interface of both the ferrous sulfate and nitrate. This brown ring over here indicates the presence of nitrate. ठीक है? So ये जो nitrate बनेगा, that is the ring जो बनता है, the brown ring, that is a coordinate complex of nitrosyl and ferrous sulfate. So this is the brown ring which we are going to get over here. Got it? Clear? So this is one oxidation reaction again. Then let's go on to the action on metals. Action on metals. With metals, we see that all the nitric acid, that is going to react in 3 different manners. Right? So with all metals, nitric acid will react in 3 different manners. First, very dilute. Second, dilute. And third, that is going to be concentrated. हर एक तीनों में अगर हम लोग react करेंगे तो हमारे पास different type of products मिलते हैं. So let's go on to action of metals. When we talking of metals, the progress of reaction that is controlled by a lot of factors. What are these factors which are going to affect these reactions? Number 1, nature of metal. We have 2 types of metals over here. One which are reactive metals, that is they are above hydrogen in the electrochemical series, or they are more reactive. And the second type of metals which we have, they are the less reactive metals which are going to be placed below the hydrogen in the electrochemical series. जैसे copper हो गया, silver हो गया. So copper and silver, they have very less reactivity. But more reactive metals जो हमारे पास हो जाएंगे, they are going to be sodium. Okay, they are going to be the alkaline earth metals. So all of them, they are going to react differently with nitric acid. The second factor is concentration of the acid. As I just told you कि हमें 3 तरह के reactions इसमें discuss करने हैं. एक हम discuss करेंगे with dilute acid, very dilute acid, एक with dilute acid and एक with concentrated acid. ठीक है? Then number 3, temperature is also going to affect the reactions. And number 4, presence of impurities. So all these, they are going to affect the kind of reactions which we are going to see. Okay, let's go on to the first metals which are above hydrogen. The first kind of reaction which we are looking at are with all the active metals. That is, metals which are above hydrogen in the series. So the first metal which we are going to do, that is magnesium. So let's say magnesium को हम react कर रहे हैं with nitric acid. This is going to give us magnesium nitrate plus water. Magnesium nitrate plus water. Not water, sorry, plus hydrogen. So this shows that magnesium is a highly reactive metal, because the reactive metals, they have one tendency that whenever they are going to react with any acid, they are going to give us hydrogen. ठीक है? So magnesium जो है वो एक important, or you can say is an active metal that is going to give hydrogen. Similarly, if we are talking of manganese, manganese is also an active metal, and in a similar manner, this is also going to give us manganese nitrate plus H2. Manganese nitrate plus H2. ठीक है? Now let's go on to the reactions with zinc. Zinc is also an active metal. So with zinc तीन तरह की reactions हमने करनी है. सबसे पहले we are going to do it with very dilute acid. We are taking 6% acid over here. So we have Zn plus 10HNO3. This is, we are taking over here 6% HNO3. This is going to give us zinc nitrate right? This is going to give us zinc nitrate plus ammonium nitrite or ammonium nitrate and plus hydrogen. हाइड्रोजन ही वाटर आएगा प्लस वाटर. ओके, अब यही रिएक्शन अगर हम लोग करते हैं विद डाइल्यूट एसिड, सो वी आर टेकिंग जिंक प्लस over here we are taking 20% of HNO3. Right? The percentage of HNO3 which we are taking over here, that is going to be 20%. So when we are reacting it with 20%, again you will see that the main products, zinc nitrate and water, that is going to be same. So we are going to get zinc nitrate. यहाँ पे हमारे पास nitrous acid आता है N2O, and as I just said, water also going to be evolved. So two products that is going to be same over here in all the cases. The third which we are going to take now is concentrated nitric acid. We are taking concentrated nitric acid over here. Again, the two products is going to be same, zinc nitrate, ठीक है, and water. The third one that is going to be different. We are going to get nitrogen dioxide over here, right? So in all the three cases, whether you're taking 6%, whether you're taking 20%, or you're taking concentrated, in all the three cases we are going to get zinc nitrate and water. The only difference is in these, in the first dilute के साथ हमारे पास अमोनियम नाइट्रेट मिल रहा है और 20% के साथ हमारे पास नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड मिल रहा है और concentrated के साथ हमारे पास नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड मिल रहा है. Got it? Now next we have reactions with iron, right? So iron के साथ जब हम लोग react करेंगे, again we are going to dilute, first reacted with very dilute. So we have Fe plus this is very dilute. With very dilute we are going to get the same what we had got. nitrate plus ammonium nitrate plus water, right? So we have nitrate, same type of reactions as we got it with zinc, ठीक है, plus ammonium nitrate and plus water, ठीक है. So this is what we are going to get over here, 3H2O. It is absolutely the same reaction which we had done with zinc, only instead of zinc we are taking iron over here. The second reaction is with dilute acid. Dilute acid, we will get nitrous acid, nitrous oxide. This is dilute. So again, what are we going to get over here? We are getting nitrate plus we are going to get nitrous oxide and plus we are going to get water. So this is also the same reaction which we are getting over here, 2 and 5. ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास आ जाता है नेक्स्ट इज विद कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड. कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड के साथ भी we are going to get nitrate, right, and we will get nitrogen dioxide. So we have and plus we are going to get water. ठीक है. So these are the same reactions, but over here it is seen that when we are reacting, we are reacting iron with a highly concentrated nitric acid. In that case, nitric acid is rendered passive. That is, its reactivity is going to decrease. That is because the nitric acid, it is going to form a thin layer of oxide on the surface of iron. उसकी वजह से उसकी जो reactivity है, that decreases. ठीक है? But वो सिर्फ किसके साथ होगी? With highly concentrated HNO3, iron is rendered passive because of a film of oxide which is formed on the surface of iron. ठीक है? Then let's go on to metals which are below hydrogen in the electrochemical series. Next reaction is, that is reaction with metals below hydrogen in the electrochemical series. The first reaction which we are going to discuss over here is reactions with copper. So when we are talking with copper first of all with we are reacting it with dilute HNO3. Copper जो है that is little less reactive with acids. So over here when we are reacting it with dilute HNO3, we are going to get copper nitrate ठीक है, copper nitrate plus nitric oxide plus water. ठीक है. और अगर हम hot and concentrated के साथ करते हैं, hot and concentrated के साथ करेंगे, we are going to get nitrogen dioxide plus water. Silver also reacts in a similar manner. So if you're doing the reactions with silver, they are going to be absolutely the same reactions. We are going to get over here with dilute acid we are going to get silver nitrate over here and plus nitric oxide plus water. ठीक है? So this is going to be the reaction. इसको बैलेंस कर लो आप. We are going to get 4 over here, right? और अगर concentrated के साथ ये react कर रहा है, so we have Ag plus 2HNO3. This is going to give us AgNO3 plus nitrogen dioxide. and plus water. ठीक है? Now let's just do a summary of all of these. अच्छा, जो इससे भी ज्यादा less reactive होते हैं, जैसे gold हो गया, platinum हो गया, silver हो गया, all these they do not react with acids, but they react with aqua regia or they dissolve in aqua regia. Aqua regia क्या होता है? It is 3:1 solution of HCl and HNO3. Concentrated HCl with concentrated HNO3. That is what aqua regia is. Right? So let's, for your competitions, if you're talking of, let's just take a summary of all that what we have done. This kind of a table can also be made for rest of the reactions if you cannot memorize all the reactions. So we are taking over here concentration of HNO3, then we are taking the metal and we are taking the main products. ठीक है? So first of all we are going to take very dilute acid. Right? जब हम very dilute acid ले रहे हैं, in that case let's react it with magnesium and manganese. The products over here, that is going to be hydrogen plus metal nitrate. Got it? With magnesium and manganese, we are going to get hydrogen plus metal nitrate. If the same reaction we are doing it with Fe, Zn and tin. Fe, Zn and tin, we are going to get ammonium nitrate plus metal nitrate. Ammonium nitrate plus metal nitrate. और फिर उसके बाद second type of reaction which we are doing, that we are doing with dilute acid. Dilute HNO3 we are taking. In this case, if we are reacting it with lead, copper, silver, lead, copper, silver and mercury, we are going to get nitric oxide plus मेटल नाइट्रेट. ठीक है? और अगर यही इसी के साथ हम लोग आयरन एंड जिंक के साथ रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं, इन दैट केस द प्रोडक्ट दैट इज गोइंग टू बी N2O, नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड प्लस मेटल नाइट्रेट. ठीक है? और अगर यही वाली रिएक्शन हम टिन के साथ करते हैं, in case with tin we are going to get ammonium nitrate plus tin nitrate, stannous nitrate we call it, old wise. Right? So these are the products which we are going to get with dilute acids. Then third type of acid which we have, that is going to be concentrated acid. Concentrated acid में अगर हम लोग रिएक्शन करते हैं with zinc, iron, Pb and copper and silver, in all these cases we are going to get nitrogen dioxide plus मेटल नाइट्रेट. ठीक है? और अगर हम ये रिएक्शन टिन के साथ कर रहे हैं, so with tin we are going to get nitrogen dioxide plus H2SnO3. This is metastannic acid. metastanic acid. ठीक है? So this is a summary of all the reactions while we are reacting it with different metals and we are reacting it with different kind of acids. Now over here there are metals which are going to become passive. Over here we are seeing that Mg is reacting, iron is reacting, lead, copper are reacting. So they are reacting with all three types of acids. But then there are certain metals which are rendered passive जब हम उसको acid के साथ react करते हैं. So let us see what is those acids. Okay? So जब हम लोग metals which become passive, it is seen that metals like iron, cobalt, nickel, chromium, they all are rendered passive with reaction or with reacting concentrated HNO3 with these. What is the reason behind this is? This is because of formation of a thin film of oxide on the surface of the metal. Right? So it will not, if we are reacting it with concentrated HNO3 and a thin film of oxide that is formed on the surface of a metal, it will not let it react with any other reagent. ठीक है? Then metals which do not react, what are the metals which are not going to react? Metals which do not react are the noble metals, gold, platinum, iridium, rhodium. All these metals, they are not going to react with acids, right? Although these metals, they dissolve in aqua regia. As I just told you, they are going to dissolve in aqua regia. Aqua regia क्या है? It is a solution of 3:1 ratio of HCl and HNO3, 3:1 ratio. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद what is going to be the action of proteins? They also, the acids, they also react on proteins. When these are going to react with proteins, they form a yellow nitro compound which is known as xanthoprotein. You must have observed कि अगर concentrated H2SO4 आपकी स्किन को टच करती है तो वो बर्न हो जाएगी और सेकेंडली वो येलो हो जाती है. वो येलो किस वजह से होती है? That is because जो स्किन में प्रोटीन है उसके साथ रिएक्ट करके ये एक येलो कंपाउंड बनाती है which is xanthoprotein. ठीक है? Then let's go on to the uses of nitric acid. When we're doing the uses, the first use is that it is used in manufacture of explosives like trinitrotoluene, dynamite, picric acid, and nitroglycerine. Nitroglycerine. ठीक है? Number 2, it behaves as a good oxidizing agent. We have already seen all the reactions. Oxidizing agents, and Number 3, it is used in the manufacture of many fertilizers. Many fertilizers like ammonium nitrate, calcium nitrate, etc. It is also used in the manufacture of artificial silk and perfumes. Artificial silk and perfumes, right? And it is used to prepare aqua regia. So these are some of the uses of nitric acid. If you're looking at the structure of nitric acid is a monobasic acid. It is going to be a monobasic acid and it has the structure OH.